Morning guys, it's Dave here from Mail Rigs Down Under. Welcome to the latest episode. We're starting here today at West Wyalong. We've got a load of goodies on and it's the beginning of a bit of a milk run. There's a trip up to Queensland coming up and a few pickups and deliveries and looking around at a bit of stuff, so I'll just quickly take you for a bit of a walk around here and show you what we've got on. Sneaky old D7 here. We don't want to start a tour here yet, there's too much stuff for one episode, so we'll try and stay focused. So we've got a Kenworth sleeper cab, 60-inch cab, and it's going up to Queensland. Got these couple of dead tractors here. It's a 7710 John Deere, 7810 or something like that. It doesn't go, so we pushed it up there. And this versatile loader might be a 276 or something from memory. But yeah, there was a bit of a contract getting that up there. Had some wheels locked up, and it was all a bit of a mission there last night in the rain. But anyway, that's what we're up against at the moment. So just about to hit the road, just a little bit oversized, so just have to wait till daylight, do the right thing. Just hanging over slightly. And we're about to get away. So as you can imagine, a trip up here is probably going to involve a few old Mack trucks. There's a good chance of that happening. So I've got a couple of F models to look at. Going to move an R700 and see what sort of mischief we can get into on the way. Hope you enjoy the episode, guys. Well, we've unloaded the tractors here at Rural Wrecking near Inverell, New South Wales, and yeah, we're just going to head a little further north now and to do our next job. We're going to go over the border. So it's been a pretty good day today. It was a whole lot easier unloading the tractors than loading them. We just used a forklift on each of the four wheels of each tractor, lifted it up and drove forward. It's a damn sight easier than what we did last night to get them on there, but anyway, yeah, it's a pretty good setup here, good business. So anyway, the first part of the story is complete, and we're about to get into the second part. So, well, stay tuned, and you'll see the next part of the project tomorrow. We're out here at Mooney in Queensland on the second part of the journey. So we had to come and pick up an R700. Not mine, unfortunately. But yeah, it belongs to a cousin of mine, and it's going to be trucked back to Brisbane today. So yeah, we're going to do a little bit of work to it and get it ready for a show later in the year. So yeah, it's got the 375 V8 in it. It's had a Road Ranger fitted, and it's definitely in its work clothes, but it did a harvest out here about a year ago. So yeah, we fired her up this morning and loaded her on, and here we are, ready to go. So we'll be back here in a couple of days to pick up the next part of the project as well. Or not the next, but another part of the project. So stay tuned, guys. That may or may not have something to do with it. Poking along here nice and steady. She's a little bit rough on this road. The locals consider it that it's pretty good though, because at least it's got a bit of gravel on it and it stands up in the wet weather. So anyway, got the R700 on, like I mentioned. I'm going to sneak it back down near Brisbane somewhere, and once we get off this dirt road, we'll start plotting a course to look at another F model. That's just what we do. Old time road transport at its finest. Righto, we're here at the end of the bitumen, start of the dirt, however you want to say it. So we're going to go take all this down to Brisbane and fit this 60-inch bunk onto this R700. Couldn't find an original one, so we're going to put that on instead. So just poking along here with a little bit of sorghum all around us. They're just in the process of harvesting that, or just starting to do that around here at the moment. Something we don't get around home. It's summer crop that's grown up here predominantly. But yeah, it's always nice driving along this part of the world, I reckon. Still looks like sorghum there. It just hasn't. Maybe it hasn't turned, maybe it's a different variety, but the head still looks the same as the other stuff, so someone might be able to correct me on that. But anyway, had a look at the other F model, and I think we'll try and put it on in a couple of days' time. So a couple of old V8 motors there with it, so some really good spare parts. Probably nothing there that's going to see the light of day again, truthfully, but yeah, it's always good to have a few parts on hand. So anyway, for the time being, I'll get this R700 delivered. It might be a tourist for a couple of days, I think. Here unloading large prime movers in suburbia, which is just the Australian thing to do. So using the Ultraliner as an air compressor at the moment, putting a little bit of wind into the R700. So ramps down, chains are undone, and we're just waiting for it to come up with air, and then we'll get it started and remove from trailer. Here's the happy customer. So stay tuned. We're going for liftoff here with the 700. Have a listen to that, the old 866 fire straight up. A little bit of a agricultural exhaust setup, but we'll sort that out. What a ripper, she just runs like a Swiss watch. The old air compressor worked a treat. This year she's unloaded. She nearly come off the ramp there, but anyway, did well. Missed that tree. It's a good run by the look of that smoke. Poking along here out of Dalby, so heading back west again, and we're going to pick up some engine parts, and then we're going to find an old F model Mack to load up. So yeah, looking forward to that. Hopefully the weather stays coolish. There was a little sprinkle of rain last night in a couple of spots, so I don't think it'll be enough to worry about getting the ground too sticky, but yeah, temperature drop would be lovely. Anyway, keep at it. Well, here's the project I've got myself in for. It's a 1972 FR700. Got the Australian fiberglass cab. Got a 250C motor and a quad box, which is a bit of a rare spec. A rare spec in this age truck. Most of the quad boxes were done by about 70, 71, I mean, with a few exceptions obviously. So to have a C motor and a quad box in 1972, for my thinking, is rare enough. It's had a bit of a whoopsie on that front axle. So they've done a wheel bearing, and it's in turn bent that tube up. So that's just going to add to the degree of difficulty. Anyway, we've got a few tyres, just going to bang them on. Got a forklift here. We're going to lift it up, got a jack and wheel nuts and spacers and bits and pieces. So it's going to be a couple of hours of good fun here. And we'll get it right. And we'll get it loaded up. Anyway, wish me luck. Well, I look at this and I wonder to myself, what could possibly go wrong? Got these bull bars on pallets and rubber and tyres and everything on the back here. Another piece of mud flap in there under the turntable to stop that bar rubbing on it. I've got some tyres on it. Pretty flash, these ones. So now we're going to have a bit of a go at trying to get the thing on. I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm about to find out. So anyway, see if we can get it up there. That's the next part of the project, and then we can find a place for this hub. Any other loose bits and pieces, couple of tyres and stuff. It's got another truck to pick up. So anyway, we'll see what it wants to do. I can't see anything possibly going wrong here. Anyway, wish me luck. Alrighty, well, got the thing loaded in the dark last night. Couldn't really get a video of it. She was all hands on deck for a while. I just wanted to actually get the truck up there, so I didn't need help this morning. So I'll probably see if I can move this back wheel in here, just try and push it in a little bit with the forklift. It's just hanging over slightly, but it's pretty good. Makes it look worse because it's hanging down on that other side because it's missing the front drive wheel. So anyway, use the tractor and the stiff bar to get it up there. Tied on here this morning. Got some engine parts in underneath there which have to try and work out where they're going to go. The old box has collapsed. But otherwise, we're going okay. So she was a bit of a contract, but yeah, very happy to have it where it is, and chuck a few chains and straps over everything and give myself a couple of hours, and we won't be too far off getting out of here. That's the plan anyway. Righto, got to try and have a crack at it while while the morning's cool before the sun starts belting me. Well, we got it loaded, tied down. Hopefully everything's secure. We'll find out in the next 25k. He's got some pretty rough road in front of us. If it hangs in for that much, we might have half a chance of getting it home. So those bull bars up there are probably the only thing that really concerns me. The truck's pretty safe. Got the parts all secured in underneath it. Got a few in the truck. This stuff will come off on the next stop. So we've got a little bit of deck space. Hopefully we can fit on the next truck and the bits and pieces that have to go on. But yeah, anyway, we'll keep a good eye on those bull bars. Got the hub off the truck there. Got the ramps. I think we've got everything. Got a ratchet strapped through the doors. Got about 2 million paper wasps that are probably going to make some of the journey. One here just looking at me at the moment, bastard, I think. Anyway, I think it's time to get on the road. Definitely need your good luck on this one. So the next part of the trip was to pick up this Mack 1969 F700. It was originally fitted with a END 864 V8 Mack engine, but it's been later retrofitted with the Cummins NH250. I didn't get a whole lot of footage loading this truck because it was pretty busy at the time. We were just trying to, do everything we could in the hot weather to get the thing out of there and be as helpful as I could. But here's a few photos of when I first saw it. Old F model in the trees here. Was a V8 once upon a time. Just going to have a little bit of a go at rocking it. Just put a bit of air in the tyres and freed up the gear linkages and made sure she was in neutral. I think she's going to roll. As you can see, there's a bit of rubbish all around it. Yeah, but it does look as though all the wheels are rolling. We're just stuck in here, so we might just dig these out a bit, I reckon. Okay, so we're midway through the process of getting the truck out with an engine. You can see there where it's been for a long time, sunken into the sandy soil. Had to use this truck here as a compressor to pump up a few tyres. But old mate's front and loader did a really good job. He just cleared a few little branches and things from there behind it, and then we made sure it was in neutral and freed up a couple of gear linkages and got it out through there. So bloody great result so far. Well, finally ready to leave with the second F model, a couple of V8 engines, and a couple of loose parts as well. I've carted a little bit of shit in my time, but this is up there with the shittiest. I'm just hoping it all rides okay. Sort of got everything anchored down fairly well so that if it does come loose, it can't fall off. Anyway, put some miles behind us and let's see what it wants to do. Well, we're just about to cross back into New South Wales. Mighty McIntyre River. Welcome to New South Wales. Finally on the way home. And the roads are just as good. A little bit more dirt road trucking. More corrugations. Fuck me. Out here on the last part of the journey at the moment. last part of the picking up side, I suppose. Fucking out in the Pilliga scrub, what a bloody godforsaken prick of a joint. Anyway, corrugated road in here, 10 k's of corrugations, just about through the cab off this old truck, down to 20 and 30 k's an hour. Terrible. Anyway, following a ute up here. Going to pick up a couple of gearboxes, I hope they're worth it. Well, what an adventure that was. Down 30 k's, nearly 30 k's down a dirt road, full of corrugations. Corrugations you'd lose a mini miner in. Jeez. Anyway, everything still stayed there, so you couldn't get over sort of 20, 25 k's an hour in the truck. It's no wonder the cab's still on it. Anyway, that's enough for the whinging. Through a couple of swollen creek crossings and so put on a Mack 18 speed here at the back. Reshuffled the tyres and stuff at the back as well. And another 18 speed Mack box here. So anyway, all it's got to do now is get home. Paper wasp there, just ready to rip into someone. They've ridden a fair way so far. They must have the shits by now. But anyway, all this stuff's sitting here okay. We'll get down to Coonabarabran and check it all again, but otherwise, I think the worst of the road's behind us. I bloody hope it is. I thought it was behind me until this morning, until we went down this dirt track here. It's bitumen just here, but as you can see just back there, it gets onto dirt. It's just corrugated, just really badly. Anyway, Antiques Roadshow is about to head south again. Okay guys, finally got this load of rare earth metals home. Everything rode really well. Very happy to get it home. Very happy nothing came loose or fell off. A lot of work went into tying it down and securing it. You know, at a couple of different locations. So it's a pretty good result to get it home here. So just a quick wrap up. Probably not trying to walk over too much old ground, but one of the 18 speeds are picked up. One of the old 864 V8s are picked up. Like, I mean, you can see that sump was in the ground, it was rotten. You know, it's been full of water, but there might be a good head on them. There might be some good internals, maybe a couple of good rods or liners or something. Another 864 V8 up there, and it's got the F model manifolds on it, which I've been searching for ages. There was only 35 came out here, and you know, you could probably say that half of those have been wrecked, or maybe more. I've had a couple of sets here, but they've been beyond repair. So to see this, particularly this right hand one, still intact, and then also the cast white piece at the back of it, very, very happy with that. See, with the early F models, with the early V8s, I should say, on most of them, they came downwards because they had a side pipe on a B model or a Flintstone, but on the F models they always had a vertical stack. So rather than dropping the manifolds downwards, they shot the exhaust to the back and then straight up out of the pipe. So to have a full exhaust setup, I'm very happy with that. It doesn't matter if there's no other good parts on that engine. I think there will be, like there's still a fuel pump that's been sealed up. There's a power steering pump, which are really hard to find as well. Like it's had water in it as well. Like there's a valley cover rotted out on it. You know, it's never going to go again. The block's buggered, but there might be some really good other bits on there. Just a flywheel housing off that V8 as well. Obviously, F model here, F715, which that V8 came out of. The 1.5 at the end means it had the early naturally aspirated V8. So B615, R615, R715, F715. So yeah, it's got an NH220 Cummins in it at the moment, which I don't think runs. But anyway, I'll do more of a video on each of these trucks as I get them unloaded. But This one here, like I mentioned, I think it might be a 73, not a 72. FR711. The 11 means it had a C motor from new. Same thing, you could get an R711, R611, F711, F611. So everything with the 11 had a C motor. In underneath there's some 864 V8 parts that I picked up at Dolby. That wasn't really anything all that interesting on the video, so there's just almost like the top half of an engine there. There's a really good sump. Some of the other bits and pieces are in that passenger side floor of this Slimline. Another 18 speed, couple of Ultraliner Bocar bull bars for JFC incorporated, and yeah, the hub off this FR711. So yeah, pretty full load. Like I say, just happy to get it all home. Keep out of mischief with the law and all that sort of thing, because you attract a bit of attention with a load like this. So a good time was had by all. Wasn't really much of a holiday. It was pretty hard work, but anyway, good to get it all back here. And like I say, I will do another video on each of the trucks as I get to them and unload them. But I think with the content that's already on here, it's just going to run into a little bit of time, too much time to unload them as well. So I'll cap this video here. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Just a little bit of driving around, a little bit of picking up stuff. Sometimes it's difficult to have the camera going all the time, particularly when I'm doing a lot of the work myself. A couple of these places would have been nice to, get more footage loading both of the trucks. I do apologise, there wasn't a bit more of that. But anyway, I hope you still get something from the video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your mates about it. Get everyone on board. We'll keep building this thing. Good on you guys. See you on the next trip.